The Denver Broncos masterminds. I've been released from the in-law hell compound. I'm getting over my congestion and all the crap that, the cooties, the crud, and all that. And I'm so glad that what a perfect time to do a podcast. Oh, speaking of podcasts too, gentlemen, that any consumption of alcohol while podcasting could lead to the death penalty. So don't do it. Now, I want to congratulate both of you. Bucket Man, first, I want to congratulate you for both of you, first of all, both for all the hours of film you guys watched this whole season. And Bucket Man, I want to thank you or congratulate you, for calling the ownership. I wasn't quite ready to pull the trigger. I had to see, but you called it in spades. The ownership, you nailed it. And Bubble Man, everybody, there's people that said 8, 9, 9, and 8, but you said 4 and whatever, 13 and what was it, 4 and 13. 5 wins, this kind of thing. But you said there's a caveat. They could make 8, 9, 9, and 8 if this team gets the other team to cough up the ball multiple times, a whole batch of backup quarterbacks, things going their way, calls going their way. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. I only heard one on the circuit out there mentioned all the asterisks. So somebody had the guts to actually bring up the asterisks. So congratulations to you. Nobody hit it as accurately as you did. Nobody did that.
Yeah, that schedule was not impressive in the offseason, and those were all coin flipper of a game. The only one that was surprising was Kansas City and Buffalo, but everything else is a coin flip away. I mean, especially what I saw towards the end of 2023 or 2022 with teams just like playing down to their level. I'm like, is this the new norm? Apparently it is. So
yeah, I think that's something we learned this season. It wasn't just a learning thing on the Broncos, but what we learned about the NFL product going down the tubes. Nobody, who knows who's going to show up in the playoffs? Nobody knows, how that kind of thing's going to go. But I want to just ask one thing. The Broncos had a chance. They had a chance. And it was the New England game. Now, New England, they didn't cough the ball up at all. They didn't give anything away. But the Broncos, on the other hand, were the ball cougher-uppers. And that's all it took. That's all it took to lose to the New England Patriots and their chances at proving us wrong. How wrong we were going to be. But it proved everything right. If they actually commit the fouls themselves, the other team isn't doing it, no matter who the team is, no matter how bad the team is, they can't beat that team. Now, I got to congratulate myself on something. One, I was telling you, Bubble Man, that I don't think this is Elway 2.0. This is Shanahan 2.0. We just heard Sean Payton give his end of the year presser, and he was talking just like Mike Shanahan did. Well, you do realize we could have been 13-3, right? You understand, right? That if this, that, and the third, and the other breaks would have happened, it would have been sounds like Mike Shanahan all over again. And here's the difference. I got something very shocking to tell the audience out here. They're not going to, this is just way out there, as Cecil the alien would say, way out there stuff. Mike Shanahan did get fired by Pat Bowlen. I know I'm going out on a limb saying it, but Pat Bowlen fired Mike Shanahan. And can anybody tell me why Pat Bowlen fired Mike Shanahan?
Happy to be there.
Happy. He wasn't putting up with happy to be there, was he? The 9 and whatever, you 13 and you see that didn't cut it. I get the impression from Penner after this press conference, Penner is like saying it, but in a different language, one that I'm picking up, I'm picking it right up, saying that I did such a great hire with Sean Payton. Sean, I hired you, and he's already turned it all around. I'm getting that from Penner like this, so I don't see this this BS. Anybody standing up to the BS of, do you realize we could have been, should have been, would have, if only if? I just do not see that moving forward with this ownership that you said you couldn't trust. What do you think?
Yep. Penner and did you hear George Paton not answering the questions today?
Oh yeah. He conflated timelines. He conflated the timelines to. So let me ask. This is the question I got. George Paton again. I'm getting the messages. He's talking, but there's like messages within the background of his voice. I negotiate. I work out contracts. I'm the contract guy. I do contracts. Okay. Did you actually negotiate Wilson's contract with Seattle? And were you the architect of that? Oh, wait a minute. Were you the architect of the contract? Because you do the contract. You just said, I do contracts. Did you do the contract with Sean Payton? Was you the negotiator? I get this feeling like I'm answering your question about avoidance. I get the feeling that Mr. Penner, I do the contracts. Okay, Mr. Penner. He went to Russell Wilson, George Paton. If you don't do this, the guy back there said, we're going to bench you. Do you get that impression that the Penner did that? That was a Penner hand down kind of thing. That's the language. That's the subliminal I got from all that.
Yep. It's Sean Payton and Penner hand down, because Sean Payton and Penner are the owner and the GM at this. I mean, they're like this. So,
GM, they're not just owner. It's GMs. They're two GMs. Sean Payton GM and owner GM.
Yep. And why would they fire him? I mean, who the hell is going to come to Denver to not be? So say Bucket Man is a up and coming GM in the NFL, right? He's put in the legwork, has built up a reputation in the NFL.
Adam Peters.
Yep. He made a series of good moves. Now it's his turn to get, the final say, to be the boss. Why the fuck would he go to Denver and destroy his whole career and destroy everything he built up to be Penner and Sean Payton? To answer to your head coach, in what world does the head coach decide whether the GM is going to get fired? It's the other way around. The GM evaluates the head coach, at least in a functional, proper organization, that it's the GM who decides whether the head coach stays, because they evaluate. They're in charge of all football operations, and the coach is responsible for X's and O's on the field, in the game, in practice. As far as the operations of the football franchise, that's the GM. And if Sean Payton's going to be doing that, all right, we'll see how that goes.
I think Sean Payton would be completely, utterly out of his skull if he got rid of yes man Sean Payton or George Paton. He'd be totally out of his skull to do that, because I'm not the the scapegoat, not the goat to the greatest of all times, but the scapegoat of all time, George Paton, the scapegoat of all time.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, I'm back here. All right, Bucket Man.
Go
ahead.
I mean, how right have we been for 8 years? I mean, seriously, let's just take a step back and look at this soap opera Kim Kardashian bullshit that we're witnessing before our very eyes. I mean, this organization is a fucking utter joke. Greg Penner's a joke. George Payton's a joke. Sean Payton's a joke. If I am any credible, like the great Bubble Man said, if I'm any credible GM, any credible scout, I would avoid this organization like it's the fucking plague. and I don't give a rat's ass, Cinema Rat, if that hurts your fucking feelings, okay? At the end of the day, I'm sick and tired of watching a product a la the Denver Broncos for 8 fucking years lie to me on a consistent fucking basis. I want an organization that is truthful, that is an understanding organization that holds people accountable, that holds themselves accountable.
They hold themselves accountable all the time.
Oh yeah, they hold themselves accountable.
Yeah.
They hold themselves accountable with a bunch of PR and sports content creating bullshit, and then they have the audacity, C. Salami, you fucking Martian looking motherfucker. You're sitting up there and you're going to tell me as a fan that John Elway has nothing to do with this organization now? Who has fucking shit on this organization for the past 8 years and flushed it down the fucking toilet like the turds I take every fucking night, okay? This is fucking ridiculous, dude. I am so sick watching Greg Penner, Sean Payton, and George Paton trying to come up with the answers to, planted questions that are inside that fucking room.
I got to pat myself on the back one more time because, and one more after this, because I nailed the Shanahan 2.0, and I also nailed this is the best season. Didn't you realize this is the best worst season that we've had? Didn't you get that out of the? Didn't I put that? I made a video because they're going to say it.
Yep,
it's the best worst season. That's what part of that Penner. I hired it. I got him in. He's made that. It's better. We're better now.
Let me ask you. Can I interject here? Can I ask you two a question real quick? If you were George Paton, how can you look at yourself in the mirror every fucking night, knowing that you're the lapdog for these people? I mean, you look like a fucking idiot up there.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll fall on that sword.
Come on, John. Tap me on the shoulder so I can't get Dan Quinn. Yeah, come on, buddy. Give me 9. Just give me 9.
Give me 9. Just give me 9, Russ. Well, now it's give me 9, Pat.
Yeah.
Not Pat. I'm sorry, Sean. Excuse me. I'm getting everybody confused here because I'm getting old, So all these characters all over the place. So now it's Sean tapping Payton on the shoulder, the other Payton on the shoulder. Then it's Penner tapping him on the shoulder. You go handle that. You bench him. You know what I'm saying? So
real well to flush his career down the toilet. So I mean that's essentially what he's done. Who the fuck?
Another organization that wants a lapdog, and hey, he's your dog.
There's nobody else. The only reason why George Paton's staying is because no one in the NFL is willing to do that except George Paton. That's the only reason he's staying.
Well, George Paton would be out of his mind to get rid of, or Sean Payton would be out of his mind to get rid of. But I think both of them would be, because they can always point. Not him.
Yeah.
Just Elway's, of course, behind the closed doors, making, the deals with the head coaching search committee, this kind of thing. That sounds like a GM to me, but what do I know, right? If the GM himself can't make that decision.
During the press conference, George Paton, they asked him 5 times, did you threaten to bench Russell Wilson?
It was after the New England game. No, that's not what we're talking. We're talking about in October.
Yeah, we're talking about after the Kansas City game.
We handle it professionally.
Yeah, we professionally constructed a restructure of contract, and we acted in good faith.
Can I just want to say this. We are not talking about the 52 other players on this roster. We're talking about Russell fucking Wilson, baby. The $250 million albatross that we gave this guy. That John Elway, George Paton, all the idiots signed up on. This is the biggest failure in sports history, the Russell Wilson ordeal. Okay. You ready to go?
I will fall on the sword.
Yeah. Okay.
For food.
So we're going to wait till the end of April? I mean, I have my watch ready because all we talk about is quarterbacks in Broncos country. We don't talk about the offensive line. That's absolute dog shit.
No. Top 10. It's top 10.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Broncos Avenue. I appreciate it very much.
We dropped to top. We were top 5 and dropped to top 10.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Cecil Lammy. Thank you, Andrew Mason, for that great analysis right there. We can't talk about
was dropped down to top 10.
Okay. So you can't talk about the defensive line, that sucks. No interior pass rush. You can't talk about middle linebacking, that sucks. You can't talk about a
Singleton is Gradishar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can't talk about fucking Justin Simmons, who is an absolute fucking atrocity back there, who should not be a Pro Bowl safety. Justin Simmons, you're not a Pro Bowl safety. Okay. My left nut is a better Pro Bowl safety than you are. Okay. This is ridiculous. This whole organization reminds me of the Kim Kardashian show. I mean, it is a fucking albatross up there. I can't.
I think that Taylor Swift should have went after a Bronco. That would have been just about right. Then you would have had the complete package. But Kansas City's turning into a clown show too. They were like, Kansas City is. Jesus, man, we had a really good organization. Look at Broncos. They get all that attention. Well, we got to clown it up, man.
Yeah, there's got to be next Wal-Mart Generals. I mean, they better look out for the Raiders if the Raiders decide to hire Antonio Pierce, which he deserves to be hired for sure. I mean, the Raiders might take the division next year, so.
Well, they got two bumbling teams, organizations, and I don't have any faith in the soft Charger culture.
Oh, the Chargers they're absolute dog shit. I mean, they somehow managed to take a step behind the Wal-Mart Generals, and they got worse after they fired Staley. I don't know. All I know is these press conferences told me they're happy. They're happy with the season. This is what I got from Penner. We're happy with the 8-9 season. I mean, you're a competitor.
They're not happy. They say it's a big improvement.
Yeah, he's all, it was a big improvement from last year. You won 3 more games than last year. 12 men on the field, coughing up the ball,
And you lost. You
had to hit the ball off correctly. Josh Allen, Cleveland, Minnesota, not knowing how to hand the ball off correctly.
Well, they all the Broncos on a silver platter, a ticket. Yeah, no, we don't want you. No.
Oh, they got better. I hit on that higher. Let's not talk about, the fact that we had an easy ass schedule. Let's not talk about the fact that 12 men on the field. Let's not talk about, turnovers and coughing the ball up. The Broncos media loves to call them takeaways. They love to call them takeaways.
There's one guy who didn't. He called it like it was. They were most of them giveaways.
Yeah, like 5% of them were giveaways.
It'd be one thing if they were honest and said, these were giveaways, and this is why it's important that we don't cough the ball up, because when when they have their own giveaway and we have at least one takeaway on our own, we're in a pretty good shape to win. But no, it was we did it all. Well, you didn't do it all.
Because the average fan is fucking stupid. They're just going to look at the numbers.
Well, they want to hear that. They're hanging on. Oh,
they're clinging on to the 5-game win streak. They're like, oh, we had a 5-game winning streak. You can take that 5-game winning streak and shove it up your ass, Greg Penner, because next year it's going to be back to you really think that 2 years is going to strike and you're going to have.
Oh, yeah, striking twice.
Schedule last year, next year than you do this year. You play the top-ass NFC South, but you still have to play the Steelers, the Browns. You're going to go to Baltimore next year and win? Really? You're going to go into Baltimore and win next year? You're going to go into Seattle and win next year? Into New Orleans and win next year? Get the fuck, get out of here.
I like how Sean Payton was asked, what's the difference between the Saints organization and the Broncos organization? And he basically spoke it into existence, because we've been speaking it into existence, but he had to say it himself. Oh, there's a lot of more PR firms here than are in New Orleans. So who do you think put that in place? Everybody's love affair for Elway. Thank you, Elway, for that one.
Yeah, it wasn't Sean Payton who brought the media in. The over mediaification of this team. I think the Rockies need to just start investing in the PR firms, telling everybody how every move's the best move. Top 10.
The Rockies are a better organization than the Broncos are right now, and I don't give a shit if that hurts people's feelings. I don't give a shit
because they're real. They're actually real.
Yeah,
All I'm saying is I'd take the Denver Nuggets starting lineup as the offensive line as the starting five for the Broncos offense.
I would take the Avalanche's starting lineup over the Broncos. They up their fucking ass.
And that brings me to my third pat on the back. I said they're going to be going into the offseason with completely in denial of who they are and what they are.
They think they're something, don't they? They think they are. And that move to bench Russell Wilson really blew up in Sean Payton's face in that Raider game, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but don't worry, they're going to go and draft a quarterback. Now, me and Bucket Man, we're playing Mason and Alien? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I got Nix, right?
No, you got Bo Nix.
I got Bo Nix. That's who I got. I got Bo Nix.
I got Michael Penix.
I have them drafted.
Bo Nix. I got Bo Nix.
I have an edge rusher in the first round.
No, God.
Well, that's it. I'm going to have to yield to you, Bubble Man, on that edge rusher. That's definitely, I think, what we should do.
I think they're going to talk about quarterback a lot, just like they did when they drafted Surtain in the first round. But it's going to be a corner and edge rusher. It's not going to be a quarterback.
Edge rusher. Maybe if we can move.
And if the Broncos do draft you, demand a trade. Do what fucking LA did. Do what do what Phillip Rivers did. Say, I want out of here. I don't want to be here. Trade me because you're gonna
freeze. Yeah.
You're gonna have. I could see in the first round. I could see tight end drafted because that Greg Dulcich Hall of Fame jacket level shit is working out real well.
Hey, a receiver. But I'm really feeling edge rusher. That already came out from Benjamin Albright that they're looking at edge rushers in the first round.
Came out from a lot of people.
I thought it was already set. Don't you have Nick Burrito and Baron Browning?
Yeah, it's set. That's what I thought. It's all, an undersized. Yeah. He looks good when he's not blocked. Looks really good.
Fans, we really need to solidify. We need to find an ace edge rusher in the draft this year. I thought you already had that with Nick Burrito, you fucking idiots. Weren't you telling me?
Make sure he's undersized, too. Make sure he's undersized. That's very important.
Small. Oh, surely if he's that small, he could play in pass coverage. Absolutely not.
Make sure he's a 4-3 edge rusher instead of a 3-4 outside linebacker. Yeah, make sure he's a 4-3 5-tech edge rusher like Gregory.
Yeah,
sure. Or putting Sanders in the edge rushing roulette.
Want to pat myself for that one?
That's just it. They say we're the Cleveland Browns. Didn't the Cleveland Browns draft quarterbacks? But what Broncos do is they just draft edge rushers.
For the new Buccaneers of the 70s.
They are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of the 70s. In fact, it was Legwall who just did an article on, the Rams and the Green Bay being, in the cap hell that the Broncos are going to be in. But they have a young up-and-coming team because they do draft and develop. Where Broncos have a bunch of retreads.
Has-beens, used to be's.
Because that's what they do. And then a bunch of edge rushers. So
it's a soap opera over there.
Yeah, your future's looking really bright over there. Yeah.
Look at the Rams. Look at the Rams in the middle of a rebuild, and they're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah. No, you just need to get retreads like McGlinchey. There's a guy that's up in the front office. He's the pro scout. He gives you the Mike McGlincheys. He pro scouts the Gregories. I mean, he's doing just a bang up job. I think they should just keep him. Make sure he's there with his uncle. Just keep.
I think LA in that front office see eye to eye, so I don't think they'll be going anywhere anytime soon.
It sure seems like it. It sure seems like it.
So wrong this year.
What's that? We
were so wrong.
Oh, I know. Well, we hit it. We're so wrong. We nailed it right dead center.
This franchise is dead. It's dead.
Dead for 8 years.
It's going to be dead for years to come because, this is their shot. We better hope this ownership gets their head out of their asses. Looks like it's more of the same old same. So
I'm probably going to be dead. Bubble Man's going to be in a nursing home shitting in his diaper before we're good again.
I'm going to be kidney stone in the nursing home screaming in pain by the time this team is winning.
I got something for our detractors, that there's something that is very deadly to them.
Hiding that hole?
It's called time. all you need is a little time, and then it just all takes care of itself every time. Just a little time. That's just add a little time, and they it's just like it dissolves, and goes down the drain.
Just like when they take down their live streams.
Yep.
Detractor detergent.
After our comments, now that the season's over, and now that all the dust has settled, no detractors in the off season. No. They're just gonna come out right in preseason, during the season. All I'm saying is I can't wait till they go to Baltimore next year. I just can't wait to see that one.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, their quarterback will be out.
Oh, yeah. Let's. I hope they play a healthy Ravens team, and I hope the Ravens don't cough the ball up, and I hope the Ravens do what they do best.
You mean actually play Ravens football and not all of a sudden clown around?
Yeah, they're gonna go out there. Lamar Jackson's gonna be playing wide receiver.
Oh no, he's gonna be in the hot tub. He'll be injured. He'll be.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson.
Denver's on our schedule. He's not gonna last. He'll be out by that time.
Yep. All the key starters that make the Ravens going to be injured. So what we got to do is hope that the Ravens it's week 1, right? They play a healthy Ravens team in Baltimore
to get a reality check, right?
That's hope for.
How many reality checks does this team fucking need?
And why the fuck are they playing the Jets again? I'm so sick of them playing New York every fucking year.
Hey, maybe Aaron Rodgers won't be injured this time.
I'm sure he will be.
Oh, they still could lose.
They already lost to Zach Wilson, so that don't matter that much. I'm just sick of watching. Every time the Broncos and Jets play each other, it's like watching two of the same organizations play against each other.
Well, there's one worse. There's even one worse. That's the Chargers.
I'm getting sick of watching the Broncos each and every year fucking it up because they're a bunch of dumbasses.
Oh, God. And watching the film.
It's a shit fucking product.
God, watch.
That's why college football, XFL, UFL is a better product than the NFL. That's just fact.
I would like it to be that way because for all the remember the AFL was considered the same thing.
You can laugh at college football you want. The semifinals for the national before the championship game were fucking legit. So keep talking all your shit. At least college better product.
We didn't see in those games referee flags. We didn't.
You know what you saw in those games? Offense and defensive line play kicking each other's asses.
Receivers catching the ball.
No drops of doodles.
Good tackling.
They throw the ball too hard for Jerry drops a doodle do Judy, who sucks.
No referees on the field.
They'll probably figure out a way to ruin these players when they reach the NFL.
Well, you have fans who want to bring in JJ McCarthy. I mean, good luck to that. I'm like, if
dude, JJ McCarthy was behind the nation's best offensive line for 3 years in a row. That's going to make any quarterback look legit.
What's he going to look like behind the Wal-Mart Generals? Well, the Wal-Mart Generals, according to PFF, have a top 9 defensive line, or offensive line. So.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
don't tell something else.
Even though it's breakdown, even though it's headlocks, even though it's holding, No,
because we have, we're amateurs at this. Okay.
I mean, I think a 2-year-old.
My eyeballs are amateur, but yeah.
Yep. And all that matters is what PFF thinks, because most people don't actually watch football. They're just,
they watch the highlights. They don't watch the film. They just watch the highlights.
Yeah, if they actually watch film, they would realize
they don't know how to watch film shots.
Former players, they laugh every time with PFF. They know it's a PR firm.
What did C. Salami? I sent you guys the clip. What does the NFL pay for more than any PFF?
Pays out the ass for that.
Yep.
Pays out the ass.
I
guess maybe that's what we lack. That we should go hire a PR firm to bump our numbers up. Tell everybody how we're the top 5. This, oh no, they're top 2. Just keep paying shelling out cash so they can, tell everybody that, our shit doesn't stink. So, yeah.
Well, Cecil Lammy, oh my goodness, you guys hate people with their calculators and their big brains. No, we hate dishonesty. We hate inauthentic. That's a lazy way to measure the game. This isn't basketball. You can't tell the story of what happened in football. Like, if you look at Nikola Jokic's stat line and he has 20 rebounds, he played a physical, high-effort game. When you're watching football and you're just taking numbers like Alex Singleton, oh my gosh, has the most tackles in history. How many of those were when the running back was already past the freaking 5-yard gain?
Well, not only that, but he had to run down all the receivers that he was covering.
They were targeting him.
Yes.
They targeted him repeatedly. Yes.
Okay, see, Cecil, it's not that we hate people with pens and, nerd brains. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
We're the people with pocket protectors. We're the nerd brains. We're the film junkies.
Yes, but Cecil, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
No,
they're speaking out of their ass. They're getting paid all that fucking agent money
to fudge the numbers. Yeah.
Yep. Their front office is more. I mean, this is bad. I mean, Bronco fans, you don't realize how bad this is. That this ownership is essentially going to be the same, if not worse, than what you had before in the trust. So
they're begging. They're begging for 9-win seed, begging to at least get that nut, so they can just put out the crap that it's turning now. It's I just don't even think it's feasible to even make 9 wins unless all that stuff happens.
Bronco costumes with rap music in the background after they beat the Packers. I mean, this fan base is horrendous.
Well, I think some of this fan base is created by PR companies. I think that rapper is a part of a PR.
Could be. I mean, what the team goes to convince you they're good outside of the football field is insane.
Well, Sean Payton said we've got more media here than I've ever seen.
Well, did you guys see the Las Vegas Raiders grass?
Well, that's what's so important, right? I mean, back in the day, we didn't talk about how shitty Candlestick was, other than, it's a shitty place to play football. But then we got to talking about Montana and the Bonnet and Rice, and you know what I'm saying, the Elway if they were playing, or Boomer if they was playing whatever. And but no, you don't get that anymore.
No. Well, we're going to be getting for the next, who knows, till these owners pass on. By the time they change owners, we're all going to be dead. So, what you're going to the future is 9 wins at best seasons. I mean, hey, middle of the pack, muddling in the middle at best. You're muddling in the middle when everything goes your way.
The one thing though I got to talk about too is the NFL in general, how it went. Nobody seems to be able to do anything consistently.
Well, you have the Titans fire Mike Vrabel.
I meant to ask you about that earlier. Yeah. Why who are you going to replace him with?
You know what? Yeah, Bubble Man and Chopped Liver, this is what I think. I think a lot of these organizations now are going down they don't want the Mike Vrabels, they don't want the Fangios that hold their players, the Belichicks that hold their players accountable, instead of fucking pampering them and saying, you're the best at what you fucking do. Don't put in the fucking hard work. Like Andy Reid has lost the locker room over there in Kansas City. I think the NFL has completely gotten away from that. They want these offensive minds that pamper these players, that shove all that glory up their fucking ass.
Yeah, don't worry about their performance. We got PFF. Just they'll make everything good.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll PR. We'll.
I'm a huge Mike Vrabel fan. I think he's one hell of a football coach. I would play for Mike Vrabel. I would coach for Mike Vrabel. But my God, dude, Tennessee made a huge fucking mistake letting that guy go. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, and you have the Patriots looking into firing Bill Belichick. Are you fucking?
Well, I'm hearing that Bill Belichick. This is the great minds out there. Belichick will go to Dallas, and I just can't, for the life of me, imagine both Jerry Jones and Bill Belichick under the same roof. I don't know how that would even work.
Yeah,
you got two gargantuan egos that want to do things their way. So, sure.
Harbaugh, stay at Michigan, dude. Just stay at Michigan. You don't need the NFL.
Don't go to the Chargers.
Go to the Commanders. Don't go to the fucking Commanders. Don't do it. They're another dead franchise. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you see them trade away their whole defensive line, basically, that they built?
Did you see that for the search committee, a former NBA executive, Bob Myers from the Golden State Warriors?
Yep.
Not one of those interior guys came to Denver, not one?
Well, they were edges.
Oh, well, now I'm really surprised we didn't get one.
I mean, you think would you trade away Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen? Fuck no.
Nope. I mean, they already had a foundation on defense. Now you just need to get the inside linebackers going, and then the next year get the safeties going. Then the next year beef up the offensive line. I mean, you have an agenda every year. You don't rebuild it overnight.
I just don't think there's any good play anymore. I just don't. I think coaches ruin these players once they get in the NFL. I think NFL's a dead fucking product.
It is.
I feel sorry for both the real Bronco fans of old and the Redskin fans of old. You know, the Washington
Commanders and the Wal-Mart Generals.
The commies and the Generals. Yeah.
Well, you guys think the Broncos are going to go into Baltimore and win that? I mean, what's possible?
Are they going to go into to Vegas and win that?
All I'm going to say is this: if Russell Wilson is not behind center, don't expect the referees to be as friendly next year. I mean, they already started calling you in the Raider game.
Bo Nix. Bo Nix.
I think it's an edge rusher in the first round. I really do, and you're going to see a lot of pissed off fans.
We got edge rusher, Bo Nix, and we got Michael Penix. So odds are the favorite is an edge rusher, though. You have the odds favorite edge rusher.
I'll be shocked if it's not an edge rusher or a corner or a receiver or a tight end. Then I'll be shocked. But expect a safety, a corner. You know, expect something.
Use it, but yeah,
expect something.
Use it. They could use two safeties. They could use two corners. I mean, yeah.
I don't understand the Broncos.
Two linebackers in the.
I don't understand how teams build teams these days. I mean, in the draft, you start from the lines outward. I mean, say the Broncos should take their head out of their asses this year. Oh man, we really got to fix this offensive line. Dedicate this draft.
It's top 9. We pay PFF. It's top 9. I mean, you get Penix. He's a lefty. He's a lefty. And McGlinchey, we just got McGlinchey. I mean, he's outstanding, McGlinchey. I'll tell you.
See that you just answered your own question there. PFF. I mean, I just can't stand them because they're such a disingenuous organization. I mean, honestly, like this is just, I get so sick and tired of talking about this team. It is just such a fucking soap opera every fucking year. Oh, the offseason's going to be different. Okay. Yeah, it is going to be different because you're going to go overpay for.
We're going in the right direction.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Give me that fucking bullshit for the 8th year in a row. Keep blinding yourself.
Not a year in a row.
Yourself that your player personnel sucks. Your offense, defense, linebackers, safeties, corners, your whole entire team fucking sucks.
How'd those receivers look at the end of the year?
They never even made 800. They never even.
Here it happens every fucking end of that last 2 games of the year. He looks great, and then you dupe yourself going into next year. Oh, he's gonna have a breakout year.
Well, what was Courtland Sutton? Yeah, decent red zone target. What else did he do?
He can't separate.
He can't run it in. And then you're using Jerry Jeudy as a deep route guy when he's a yak guy.
They wasted Mims pretty much most of the year. Wasted him.
Yeah, I mean that was a guy who could have developed right there, but let's just down.
And then what did we hear? What did we hear when the Broncos actually stuck to Bubble Man, chopped liver, and bucket football.
If you listen to him now, it was the worst thing they could have done.
They ran it too much.
Yeah, that's the only odd time they. Well, and again, there was one guy out in the circuit out there that told the truth. Every time they tried to do the off-script stuff, tried to go bombs away Shermer stuff, it backfired in their face every single time.
What cost the Texans game? Their script was to be Shermer ball all game that game.
Yep. Off-script Shermer ball. Yep. Well, wasn't the beginning of the season like that too? And they realized, crap.
Yep, that's what costed them the Commander game.
And what did Sean Payton say before they even played this season? He said he watched film.
And it was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. Watch film, people. Watch film.
But even Sean Payton is disingenuous himself because he's going along with the fucking bullshit.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying he did say it. Whatever.
Yeah, he can say it. Chot's liver. We heard George Paton say that.
Well, I don't care. I don't care about all that. I don't think he's going to act on it. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying he said it.
I wish Sean Payton would come on. I mean, if Sean Payton was a genuine guy and he came on here and he's like, this team's dog shit. I mean, if he just called a spade and said, this team is a long way. I mean, Nathaniel Hackett said it.
Like he's saying there's going to be all these changes. There's going to be all changes.
When Hackett said that, you didn't really hear from him much ever again. I mean, he was on a fucking they muzzled his ass.
They sure did. Yeah, they sure did.
First press conference in, he said this team is not a quarterback away.
Yeah, he said I'm not going there. I'm not going.
I watched this on tape and I was horrified.
Oh, they muzzled him. They muzzled his ass after that.
Yeah, you take the top points and run with it.
Elway was so pissed.
Sean that's lip service for the corporation. That's all he is. He's not there to actually coach. Because if Sean Payton was there to actually coach, he's the kind of guy who'd tell you that he has 11 excuses on offense, 11 excuses on defense, and 11 excuses on special teams.
Well, their special teams didn't do too bad today. This year? Am I right about that?
They did all right, but you know what I mean. Marvin. Hey, special teams. You know what I mean. We were returning punts better.
Top 5, baby. Pro Football Focus gave our special teams a 95.5 Pro Football Focus grade.
Yep.
Didn't get you into the playoffs, but you got a good grade.
You got 8.
I think they're definitely pissed that they didn't get 9. They wanted that 9 so bad.
Did you catch that in the presser?
Oh, they were. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were pissed that they didn't get that 9.
We were so close to 9 in it. Oh, it just went away.
I think it was even for Bronco fans because it built up their hope and they were talking all that shit. Just
believe and believe.
Remember what they were like? Oh, you guys don't know nothing about football, man. I mean, certain creators out there. You guys don't know nothing. And I just sat back. I was just like, okay, we'll see. Because I know when it's like.
Yeah, I know. You just need his time, and it's just like detergent. It all goes away.
Sure enough, you go to Detroit, get your ass beat. Oh, we control our own destiny. We're a shoe-in to beat the Patriots, Chargers, and Raiders. First thing you do is blow it against the fucking Patriots.
You go 1-2 in those 3 games.
Well, that's all Russell Wilson's. That's it. Wait,
time out. Who was the quarterback for that 5-game asterisk winning streak?
It was Stidham, right?
Oh, you remember?
No.
Yeah, Cecil Lamb coming. Oh my God, Jared Stidham's throwing bombs at practice. Did you see that, folks?
He's throwing 70-yard bombs into tires.
They're like, look at Nick Burrito. He's dominating at practice when no one's blocking him.
You see Simmons with that one-handed lollipop interception from Russell Wilson, Jared Stidham.
Well, like you were saying, why didn't they just dress out Justin Simmons as a Raider so that way when Stidham...
Oh, that's what I said. I said that. Dress Justin Simmons as a Raider and have him wait for fair catch.
Yeah, they should have said...
In the game.
Yeah. That's what we're
Is that going to get voted to the Pro Bowl now?
Yep. I mean, somehow Patrick Surtain, who's been getting cooked all season long, is in the Pro Bowl somehow.
This is what I can't understand.
The two biggest.
They want to give you stats. They're the 27th. They're going into the Raider game. They were the 27th against the pass. 27th.
This team fucking sucks.
After the Raider, they let 30 touchdown passes, most of them on Justin Simmons' side of the fucking. Are you kidding me? They're one of the worst defenses. You get two of these clowns in the Pro Bowl? Are you?
Hey,
I've never seen anything like that.
If PS2 is so good, why wasn't he covering Devontae Adams in the red zone? Why was it McMillan who had to cover him?
Who?
And McMillan did all he could.
Vance Joseph's fault. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, Vance Joseph. Does anybody remember a guy named Champ fucking Bailey who followed the best receiver on both sides of the field, outside slot? I mean, are we that blind? And then I have Bronco fans on Twitter. I have Bronco fans on fucking Twitter that got mad at me that said, your life must be boring if you're attacking Justin Surtain or Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain can take all the advice from Champ Bailey he wants, but he's no fucking Champ fucking Bailey.
They don't know what Champ Bailey is. They have no clue what Randy Gradishar is. They have no clue what Champ Bailey is. They have no clue of what these players. They have no. What they're seeing is quality football.
And who did Champ Bailey have to cover during his career? He had to cover Randy Moss, Chad Ochocinco, Terrell Owens, Steve Smith. You know, like the list goes on and on and on and on.
They don't know what those guys are either. They just don't. They look at Cortland Sutton and Surtain and Jerry Jeudy. They think that's the hallmark of excellence there. That's Jerry Rice and Super Duper. You know, Clayton. Oh yeah. It's the greatest show on turf, man.
Yeah, and Steve Smith respects. I mean, all these guys that he played against, they all respect Champ Bailey. I mean, his peers and his opponents all say the same thing, that he was the best they ever went against. You don't get
a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason.
An actual Hall of Famer, not
an actual Hall of Famer.
What the fuck is
Justin Simmons can suck it. He's no fucking Hall of Famer.
No, he's not.
Well, if that's going to be, that'll be the end of it.
I'm surprised and Alex Singleton didn't also make the Pro Bowl at that point.
Why would he make when he was targeted?
Same with Simmons.
The problem is they cannot get through their head. There's something they aren't. They're not who they think they are until they realize and can't get around it. You're not. I'm sure the fingers it'll all be end of the finger pointing.
One of the most disingenuous things I heard out of all three of these press conferences today, especially from Sean Payton when he began the fucking press conference saying why he came to Denver. He said it was because of the history. Dude, Sean Payton, Sean, you came here for the fucking money and you didn't look at the recent history. You didn't look at the front office. You didn't look at the ownership. You came here for the fucking money. So stop lying to me.
Will he even be around in 2 years?
I would give the money given to Sean Payton a
more year
98.7 on the PFF scale. I would give that a 98.7 PFF rating for pay and payouts. Yeah.
Well, George Paton said their cap is fine even with the dead money. I was like,
don't worry. Yeah, look what happened to the team he left behind. They're in dead cap hell. That guy must really like dead cap.
He does. He loves it.
Yeah, but what is the difference between the Saints and the Broncos? The Saints actually draft and develop, so they really, even if.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm breaking down Saints film for my friend, and they have an actual offensive. I can show you the difference between the two offensive lines.
And there's one guy that I want from the Saints who's a free agent that I know we'll never get. And chopped liver, I know there's no chance, and I get it. Cesar Uriz, who played for Michigan, he's the right guard. I'm telling you, he could be a center in this league. And if you guys can laugh at my face all you want, but
I'm not laughing. That's why you won't get him. He's good. So You've got to get an undersized center that gets pushed back. That's what you get.
What you're going to get is you're going to get a Lloyd Cushenberry Supermax deal. That's what you're going to get.
Oh, God.
That's what you get.
He's a free
agent.
You
will worship that pick. You will worship it.
If they sign Lloyd Cushenberry, I am not going to make a video because I'm afraid
they can't afford. He's going to be. They can't. They won't. They no. He's going to be. He can't. They can't keep somebody as good as him.
He fucking sucks.
Yeah, they're gonna sign him because they're out there saying, oh my God, we can't just let him go. So I know,
that's where most of the money is going this offseason in free agency is to Lloyd Cushenberry.
Oh my God.
PFF said he only allowed 9 pressures last game. What the fuck is a pressure? Like, how do you even come up with that? You know what I see when I turn on the film? I said,
should we count the time he gets pushed back and holds and
my stump in the backyard can block better than Lloyd Cushenberry can. The guy fucking sucks, dude. He fucking sucks.
Watching the Broncos on the all-22 film, I'd rather like go outside and look at the presents the dog leaves in the fucking grass than fucking watch the Broncos film. I mean, it is so damaged. I mean, like the U.S. government, if you ever want to interrogate terrorists, right? If you ever want to interrogate criminals, just tie them up, right? You don't even have to just put Broncos film all 22 right in front of their face.
Well, that New England game, I was over at the in-laws compound. They were going to force the kids to watch that Broncos game if they didn't behave. Nobody wanted to watch that.
Hey, we should have them watch a Bronco and Charger all 22 football.
Oh my.
The Broncos and the Chargers are the exact same team, different logo, same team, same structure, same dude.
Same user friendliness.
Yeah, but the Chargers actually have players that I like, Rashawn Slater and Derwin James, that are better players than Garrett Holt, who sucks ass. Oh my God, you see, I got that. Well, I've been nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Oh wow, you did. And then you got Derwin.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, the Chargers have all these players, and they ruin them. You know.
I've got a bunch of clips of excuse my cold. I got a bunch of clips of McGlinchey just breakdown after breakdown after breakdown after break, and I didn't even collect them. I mean, after
watching this film, you want to like throw your phone down, or dump a glass of water on your computer because it's so bad.
They don't have to watch film because they'll know what they'll see.
Well, I have to put on a gas mask and goggles to make sure, I don't get like infested with mediocrity, I mean, that's disgusting.
Calling it mediocrity is doing it a favor.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, the government needs to start forcing criminals and terrorists to watch Broncos film to give them info. Forget the threat of prison.
I'll do anything. I'll say outside anything.
I mean, we have a criminal that's a big fan who can force this upon his buddies.
Yeah. Hey, I sentenced to 20 minutes of Denver Broncos all 22 film.
A fate worse than death. Yeah. Just expect the same old thing.
It's not going to change anytime soon. They're not getting rid of the front office. They're not going to be getting rid of player personnel. You're going to get more of the same bullshit, different year. And to Greg Penner, to Rob Walton, you guys could go fuck yourselves. Why you bought this team?
They bought it because it's just a toy to them. They don't get.
Yeah. Well, why'd you buy this team? Why couldn't you buy a fucking Washington? Why couldn't you buy another fucking franchise? We need, that was our last as Bronco fans, was that we would get owners that actually gave a fuck about winning. You're bragging about an 8-9 season. Hey, Greg Penner, go shove your 8-9 season up your ass and actually fucking learn a thing or two about overachieving instead of underachieving. Like Wal-Mart. I know you come from Wal-Mart, which is the definition of mediocrity, the definition of underachieving on all aspects, but do not bring that to Denver. 8-9 is not improvement. 8-9 is dog shit. 8-9 is not where you want to be. I'd rather be 0-17 with the number 1 pick than be 8-9, missing the playoffs, and not picking dick in the draft. How about the Broncos?
Well, who was not present at the press conference?
Rob Walton. Fuck, are you been, Wal? Where have you been,
Oh,
Rob?
I find all controlling over to the Penner. I'm just I don't exist like Elway. Just don't exist anymore.
He's probably flying overseas somewhere. You know, like that's where he's going.
Yeah, he's going to Epstein Island. That's where he's at.
Well, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that he's not.
Kid. What are you gonna do, Rob? You gonna? Oh, God.
He's not at the compound at the Broncos.
Not at Mar-a-Lago with Trump. Okay.
Yeah. He's hanging out at the compound.
wait.
He's
anywhere, but he's not at the Dove Valley. You know, so that's about as much as he
processes of the team. Greg Penner is oh my God, dude, our last hope. They're not even going to hit 8-9-8.
I knew the minute that they were into. I said, these people are fucking full of shit. They're fake. Yep. I don't trust them. So many. I said it.
The guy said they can't be. You can't. They can't tell the truth to save their life.
Me and Chop were just hoping. We were just hoping that like maybe they don't like it. No.
They took.
I wasn't even looking for another Pat Bowlen. I was looking for like a Rooney, Baltimore owner, somebody in that ilk. But
like the Hunts.
No,
I don't know. How about why is it so hard? Hey, Greg Penner, since you're the owner. Hey, Rob Walton. We want passionate, physical, smash mouth football. We want big, tough offensive linemen who are going to instill the fear of God into the other team. We want to run the fucking ball right up the fucking middle. Run the ball. Open up the pass game. We want big physical receivers who could run block. We want football. We want football players. I don't give a shit about the quarterback.
You want an edge rusher. That's what you want. You want an edge rusher.
We went from Pat Bowlen to this shit. Change the fucking name of the franchise already. I mean, my God.
The Wal-Mart Generals.
I want them to change it because calling it the Denver Broncos, that's not them. This isn't the Denver Broncos.
No, it isn't. That's the sad part. That is not.
Whatever hope Chop Liver and I had left of maybe the owners would see it gone. And
I don't see I just see us
the foreseeable future. We're happy to be there. We're happy to be 8-9. We're happy to be 7-10. We're just 2 throws away from being 14-3. We're just 2 throws away from an AFC championship game. You'll see next year. That's
You'll see.
You do realize, hey, did you guys know that if the Broncos just won, 7 more games, that they, get out of here, dude. If the Broncos just won 7 more games, they'd be 15-2. That's what you're gonna hear every single fucking year. So,
yeah, they just hired the guy that'll push it, Sean Payton.
Yep.
Do you realize that we were throw away from a winning season?
Carolina. Jim Harbaugh told Carolina, this owner doesn't relinquish control. I want no part of it. And he wasn't willing to do that for Jim Harbaugh.
No.
I mean, there needs to be.
Tells you what he was telling the Penner people.
I don't fucking owner. I want the NFL to buy these franchises and own the franchises and make the guy at the top of the organization held accountable for their dog shit performance. No way that owners like the fucking, the Commanders, the Panthers, the Broncos should be allowed to hold the fucking NFL franchise for this long. Give the dog shit results that they give year after year and still be allowed to make profit off of a fucking franchise on the NFL brand. The NFL should buy out all these owners and own the team and hold them to a performance reviews, just like every other position.
Or put them on probation if they put them on a probation and see if it.
Best interest to have good football. I mean, this is disgusting.
I don't think the NFL. I think they're in on it too. I think the NFL. They really love their PFF. They love their PR. They just care about social media. They want their Swifties. They want the Swifties to come in and be the new NFL ruling class.
Yeah, all they care about is Taylor Swift, Pfizer, and you know.
Yeah. And I think that's why the UFC, all that could end up taking the NFL down the road but these people don't even know what good football is anymore.
I mean, I was watching college for the first time when Alabama and Michigan were going at it, and I was like, holy shit, like this is way more fluid. I'm not seeing flags every 2 seconds. I'm seeing effort out of every player on the field. And you turn on the NFL and it's fucking TikTok dances, Taylor Swift, Pfizer. How about, oh my God.
Yeah. Is this toxic drug right for you?
I think the
That's
NFL
drug dealer
gave players too much bargaining power, and the NFL needs to get back to the days of if you don't want to do it our way, get the fuck out. We have like hundreds of thousands of other people willing to take your spot. Get the fuck out. What happened when the NFL had replacement players playing? People still watch, so nobody gives a shit. If you're gonna,
we need replacement owners, I think.
Yeah, we need replacement owners, and we need people who actually hold the team to a standard instead of kissing players' asses. That's where we went wrong. Is the owners went from having the power to the players having the power.
That's what it seems like. They just really now it's the players and their social media is what's more important.
Yeah, I mean, if I was an owner and I had a player like fucking, Justin Simmons, like, oh, like I'm gonna leave if you don't follow. Get the fuck off my team, then. Where's the owners?
I just think he was a yes man like George Paton.
Yeah, if I had a player like Alex Singleton, who's a player who's not good and gets like the most,
Justin
Justin Simmons, or like even Patrick Mahomes to some degree. I mean, if I'm an owner, you're out of your damn mind.
Oh, they invested there. You don't say anything bad about No, you don't say anything bad about his play. He's Patrick Mahomes. He's God.
Well, watching what he did against the Broncos, he's absolutely overrated. Can't read the field. Isn't a pocket passer. Runs around like it's the zoo. Has a wide open tight end right in front of his fucking face. Same thing.
Not going to throw it. No.
How many plays do you see? A running back wide open with like 10 yards to run. Quarterbacks won't throw it to him because they want to look downfield for the big play. I don't give a shit about the big play. What did Tom Brady make a living on again? Taking what the defense gives him. What did Aaron Rodgers take a living on? Taking what the defense gives him.
The big small percentage play. It's always been, and it always will be.
Yeah.
Even them 10 yards of cushion.
Yeah. I mean, if I had a player like Randy Gregory on my team, get the fuck off my team. I mean, why are owners so scared of not paying players? Let them walk. I mean, these big contracts have ruined the game.
Well, that's what I think they're going to do with Russell Wilson, is have him walk. But I don't think they wanted Russell Wilson from the very beginning.
Well, why sign him in the first place? You tell
they didn't sign him. They didn't sign him.
The owner dictates the market player. I don't give a shit how good one player is. I'd rather have 10 good players and a full balanced team of good players than have one great player. And because I'm paying you so much, be surrounded with dog shit. That's what you're seeing in fucking Kansas City right now.
Yeah, Kansas City's definitely heading down that road. And you don't say anything to Mahomes and Mr. Pfizer. You don't do that.
Mr. Pfizer, the guy who thinks he's Rob Gronkowski, the guy who thinks he's Shannon Sharp, the guy who thinks he's Tony Gonzalez.
He's got a podcast, okay? So
he's got a podcast. Yeah.
He's got Taylor Swift, so that's all you need to he's going to get Taylor Swift in the halftime at the Super Bowl. That's all that matters now.
What's Mahomes going to do when he loses Kelsey?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all he has left right now, because you want to make money, you want to have all the attention. Well, you get the consequence.
They'll probably cry to the referee that they didn't gift them the game.
That's all they do. You called an offsides. How dare you? That was such a good. Shut up, Holmes.
Yeah, get it right. Get it right.
Yeah.
He's supposed to tell me I'm not. No,
calling him. Yeah. Okay. I hope the Chiefs get bounced out, but I think the Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl this year. I really do. There's too much.
It's hard to tell. It's all right. Yeah, I wouldn't put any faith in those guys. But
nope.
maybe.
I'll put faith into the and the pass.
Well, give me the PI.
And the whole defense. Right. Game over. Yep, that's what I'll put. I'll put faith in Goodell being like.
You're going to see this, right? A lot of.
You're going to be seeing. I feel bad for who's playing Kansas City in the first round this year. Shit, who is playing?
Is Buffalo playing?
Buffalo's playing Pittsburgh. Who's City playing? Let me look this up. You know who? Them is going to be in for. Miami. Good luck to Miami.
Yeah.
To be honest, the Eagles and the Dolphins are the two biggest disappointments at the end of the year.
I don't know.
But I got Kansas City taking the Super Bowl this year because there's going to be a lot of referee action.
Needing to help that team out.
They're not going to hide it one bit.
No, and a lot of people are already calling it out.
Oh yeah, I'm already predicting it. I mean, you already saw it in the Super Bowl last year. That wasn't holding, and it was ticky tacky, and you don't call that on that stage and end the game. That's horrendous.
The NFL does because you got Pfizer and you got
Mahomes,
all the signings, State Farm, and
be sure to take that vax, guys. Be sure to take that vax.
Yeah, it's a lot of money involved in that. Taylor Swift, of course.
Yep.
Doing that half show, all the social media.
Yeah.
All the thumbs are they're going to town, man.
Oh yeah,
that's going to town.
That's what the NFL.
But thumbs. That's what's important now.
Yep. Instagram, Twitter
are ancient. Your history. Nobody cares anymore. It's all about that. It's all about social media. All about PR. That's all it's about.
Yep. All about PR, and it's sad to watch because these players that have no business being in the starting lineup are overshadowing potentially great. Like, could you imagine how many great players get cut in the preseason because of office politics in the NFL? I mean,
Wait. There was a show about that. What was that? Cody Rourke had a former player on talking about that. Everybody's like looking at it like, that guy. Oh yeah, that guy. He's no good, And the good guys out the door they go.
Yep, the good. I mean, is it really a secret that the Broncos second unit and the Rams game looked better than their first unit on both sides? But
yeah, pretty bad.
Well, more of the same old. I'm pretty upset about that. I mean, Broncos. I might be done watching the Broncos after that press conference today. I mean,
yeah.
As far as actually saying, man, I mean, I can support. Yes, we're bad. We're going to be bad for 5 to 6 years
because we're doing something.
Yeah. When you're coming out cheerleading a fucking 8. No. Be honest with your fan base. Why don't you come out and say, yeah, we're fucked, and we're going to be bad. We're going to have to be very bad for the next few years. But during that process, we're going to have a lot of draft picks. We're going to be picking high year after year. We're going to build the rest of the team. Once we're finally out of this contract, we can really get the ball moving. But instead of that, we did really good. We should be proud of ourselves.
We're so close. We're so close.
Yeah. So till his ownership gets a grip, it's going to be the same shit every year.
Well, if something big goes on, we'll get together and talk about that.
I'll be doing film throughout the off season, actually, like in detail, to show every position group. I'll do offensive line, receivers, inside linebackers. Then I'll do a D-line series where I go game after game, focusing on that one, but just to have content for the off season. But I mean,
yeah.
And of course, when things unfold, but we already know I got an edge rusher in round 1. That's what I have. Or they'll trade more picks away to trade up for a quarterback. I mean, You know, George Paton, he's all, we love our draft picks. You love them so much, you trade them all away for Russell Wilson. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, just Russell Wilson. That's going to be interesting for sure.
I hope he goes to another team and plays well.
Well, I don't think he ever wanted to be here, to be honest with you. Are you sure what you want to do?
I mean, would you want a guy on your team who's like, are you sure?
This is what you want to do? Are you sure? Yeah, we're sure.
Russell,
we're in the playoffs now. That's how sure we are.
Oh, and then you have the Broncos playing, so they're playing Future, and they played a side. So Future is like Sierra, his wife's ex-husband, or baby father, and you have Sean Payton playing a song by Future that says "fuck Russell" in it at practice. So
Sean did.
Yeah, Sean was playing that at practice. It was on some guy posted on Twitter when they were doing their warm-ups. He had Future playing with fuck Russell. I was like, really, dude? I was like, how unprofessional is this organization going to be? And the fact that Russell Wilson stays like so polite about it is insane.
Yeah, there must be a war going on there, and
yeah, they literally were like, Sean,
you'll come out looking like great if you just say okay.
I hope Russell Wilson writes a book, a tell-all book about what happened in Denver.
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
I'd buy that one.
Elway coming to the Seattle Seahawks.
Someone's going to do it eventually. One day there's going to be someone in that staff who writes a tell-all book about what happened in the organization.
Yeah, I'm hoping. That's my hope too. That's this stuff. It's weird and crazy and noxious all at the same time.
They'll be like, nothing to see here, guys.
All right, Bucket Man, you want to tail gun us out of here?
I mean, there's nothing to tail gun. I mean, shit. I mean, this organization sucks. Again, like I said, I mean, I've been speaking this for 8 years now. Nothing's really going to change until I see change.
Real change, not fake.
They're so close.
Yeah, that's change right there.
Yeah. So again, I'm just stick to Nebraska football, dude. I'm gonna stick to college scouting, stick to my coaching, and I'm so sick of this shit. I'm not even gonna next year. I'm not doing any more film breakdowns. I mean, honestly, Chops Liver, we can sit here till we're blue in the face, talk about it.
Yeah, I think we made our point. How many years of this do we need to?
That's the gist of it. How many years have we made the point, Chopped Liver?
Yeah, how many times do we have to be right and then just,
I'm just done with it.
No lessons learned. They just won't. If we say anything, they'll always go maybe if we don't say anything, they'll actually do what should be done. I don't know.
Back to beyond the analytics. That's what I want to do.
I would like to. I mean, that would be the best.
How many times can you say the same thing over and over again every year?
Well, they do, right? At the end of the year, it's the same. It's like I was listening to this press conference. I'm like, am I listening to last year's, or is it the year before last?
Yeah. Yep. We want to win. We're just as frustrated as you guys. We're more impatient than you guys to win. We know the champions.
Sure.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to. Be real. We know you're not going to be, even if you guys miraculously took your head out of your ass tonight, it's still going to be a 5-year process minimum to clean up the fucking mess you guys made. Minimum.
There's messes on many levels, many.
Well, yeah. No, I'm going to be focusing on the Nuggets. I'll make Broncos content, but it's not going to be,
I'm not. They're not worth my time.
It's not going to be like, talking about the same thing that they do every single year. But, I mean, I want to learn all college football and NBA. And, that's about, I mean, how many times can we say the same stuff every single season?
Well, we broke down a lot of film, too. So, and it just never ends. Just seeing the same thing over and over again. Guys, I'm sorry about the crud. I'm just, trying to get over this
Should have got that vax.
Yeah, you should.
It would have been 10 times worse. I got
We instead of having chopped liver here, we would have had the tombstone.
Yeah, I'm good. Believe me, I'm glad I didn't go down that rabbit hole. Oof.
Yep. No, I mean,
I've got some crud, but I'm not, nothing I can't handle. I mean,
Thanks, Trump.
yeah, the father of the Trump scene.
Yeah, the Trump.
like
Trump scene. Got the Trump scene.
Yeah.
Imagine buying stock in 2019. That would have been the greatest investment of all time.
Or early 2020, I told everybody which one to go for. I told everybody, my coworkers, they were just shocked. They were like, and I was like, yep, I was telling them. And January of 2020, I told them which one, BioNTech. I said, that's the one.
Yep.
In January, I said, that would be the one.
Yep. And it was, oh boy, are they back. I mean, I have Pfizer ads ingrained into my head because at work I listen to them play over the fucking speaker. You know, 100.
I would have been a millionaire, but I would have to look at myself in the mirror every day.
Yeah,
I could have been a millionaire over that, but I'm not gonna invest in that.
Profit off of people's deaths.
No, that's no.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No.
Well, we'll see if something big happens. Maybe.
When they make another stupid move, we'll and I won't bother you, Bucket Man. That's something me and Bubble Man can get into because I don't think you care about. I'm Bo Nix. You're edge rusher. Oh, you're in a squawk box.
I'm gonna be doing a lot more Nuggets content because that's a team who has their shit together, and I want to focus on organizations and franchises who have their shit together. I'll make fun of the Broncos, but I'm not gonna be. As far as my passion of wanting them to get better, this whole press conference with the ownership solidified that they're not going anywhere for the foreseeable future.
They have no intention. Yeah, it's all.
So why are we?
We're
of maybe they'll see and they'll improve, right? So they've already told us to go fuck ourselves. So why am I going to continue to care about a team that has no interest in getting better themselves when I can focus that on teams that do want to do better? I can focus on the college football game, college basketball game, NBA. I could focus on other NFL franchises who are going to who are doing it right, like the Ravens, like the 49ers, like the Bills, who just, have so
Rams.
I mean, covering the Broncos is like covering I'm when I tell you I hate watching Broncos film, I absolutely despise it. It's a chore. I started uploading it. I'm like, no, I mean, this is horrible. This is a waste of time. I could go outside and, and film the dog shit on the fucking grass walking, and then have more production out of that than fucking showing Broncos film. When I watch Broncos film, I'm like, cruel and unusual punishment.
This is fucking torture, man. This is so fucking torture.
How many times?
Kids, if you do not behave, you will be forced to watch the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos.
Well, I have kids. Forget like my parents, the belt and the soap. I'm like, you're gonna turn on that TV. You're gonna watch Broncos film.
We're gonna tie it down, and you will watch that game.
Bubble Man's right. When you watch, I even said it. When you watch Denver Broncos all 22 film, it is fucking torture. It is so bad.
I know. You're asking yourself, what the hell?
Yeah.
I know. These people have no clue. And then you got to edit the stuff too. If you're putting it to video, I actually put it
edited. Yeah.
They started putting copyrights on my film breakdowns.
Hey, Bucket Man, what's worse, watching Broncos film or watching the Nuggets bench, blow a lead in the third quarter?
Broncos film.
Yeah, at least the bench, can do something at some point,
At least they're young. At least they ain't old ass crew.
Yeah, they're still developing. The Broncos, they have continuity with all the wrong players, like Cortland Sutton, like Jerry Jeudy, like fucking,
Tim Patrick, who's been hurt for how many years? This is the highest paid receiving core in the.
And one of them been in the hot tub 2 times, right? 2 years. Anyway, I'm gonna get going.
Go play some Modern Warfare 3. This is bullshit.
Yeah. Yes. One last time, live from their parents' basement.
Yeah, now my mom.
Wal-Mart Generals.
My recording time is over, guys. Sorry.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Bye.